Well, hello there, good afternoon and welcome back to IBC. We are indeed live and loud with the Bubble Squeak show this afternoon. My name's Ben Baldwin. I'm presenting on behalf of Bubble Squeak, which are a PR and communications agency that I know a lot of you out there know, and you'll have seen the ladies from Bubble Squeak wandering around their show in their stripy pink and white shirts. That's how you'll spot them. They specialise in broadcast technology and media industries. They're based, of course, in the UK, but operating globally, and they work with manufacturers and service providers. So they work with everything from acquisition to delivery. And today we've got 5 Bubble Squeak clients with us. In fact, it's 6. No, it's 5. It's 5. It might be 6. Let's see who turns up. We're going to be hearing from Cambridge Imaging Systems a little bit later on, along with Cooke Optics, Audio Network and Digital Vision. But to kick it all off, we are with NewTek. And joining me here in the studio is Carter Holland. Good to see you, Carter.
It's great to be here.
Tell me, NewTek here at the show, you've been loads of times before. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on your stand and these new superpowers that you brought with you.
That's right, we're announcing superpowers for our TriCasters. We've launched an entire new line of TriCasters. There's 3 new models and enhancements to the flagship model. I'll talk a little bit about those, but you know, NewTek has been at this in terms of putting integrated production tools together for more than 2 decades. And we're known for a couple of things. We've got great expertise at this because we've been doing it for a long time. We have a pretty aggressive pace of innovating new products. We put a lot of performance in these products in the hands of end users, and we do it at price points that are really democratizing some traditional broadcast technologies that are out there. And that's what we've done with these new TriCasters and the capabilities. So lots of new features across the entire line. It starts with an entry level of the TriCaster 410. There's a TriCaster 460, which was the next model from the previous 455, an 860, which is the new model from the 855, and the TriCaster 8000.
Okay, do you want to tell us a little bit about the 410 to start with?
Sure. Well, the biggest things to know about the 410, it's a full, complete multi-camera production system with 4 channels of mix effects, and it's SDI, and the starting price point is 9,995 euros. So just right there, before we even talk about other capabilities in it, those 2 things and that price point, I mean, to look at some, a 4-channel ME system, you're looking at 4 times that. So again, in terms of performance and price, we're delivering on that again. And then, lots of capabilities in terms of enhancements. Really the big news for the products, the 410, the 460 and the 860, we took a lot of the capability from the 8000, and that now comes down to these products. So all the virtual sets are enhanced with realistic camera movements where you look like you have an operator doing jib moves, but there's nobody behind the camera. We've introduced holographic live sets, so you can take a panoramic image and drop that in and have layered video and composites on top of that. So instead of having a virtual studio environment, you can actually have a panoramic that you can take with your smartphone and in really a couple of minutes drop it in the background of a set, and now you've got a realistic environment.
I've seen the demo of this, and it is literally go out with your smartphone, take the photo, and then you can turns it into your set.
It does, and it just opens up the possibilities. I mean, they're really endless now. If you want to do any kind of show for your audience, you can drop a background in that's relevant to that audience, and you can change it up very, very easily.
Tell me about social media, because I know it's a big thing, and from the 410 all the way through the range.
All the way through the professional line now, social media publishing. So while you're doing a live show, you can mark clips very easily and publish them directly with one button to any of your favorite social sites, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. You can even connect now to FTP servers and pull media in through the network inputs, graphics, stills, even if they're out there on the web. So really, what we're doing is we're removing the limits to what content you have at your fingertips. It doesn't only have to be in the TriCaster in a DDR that's already in the system. It could be something that's out there on the web, and very quickly you can pull that in and then publish all that right back to the web.
Excellent. So there's all sorts of tools at producers' fingertips for all these different things.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of other quick things. We have now robotic camera control, so the popular PTZ cameras, you can use those across all the systems. And what's interesting, it's not just native connectivity with those cameras, but we actually give people the ability to pick camera angles of a robotic camera. So if they freeze different angles, they can preview all of those right in the TriCaster UI, and then they can immediately click and go right to that angle. The camera will snap to that angle. Automation controls, so in terms of automating complex sequences, and now we have MIDI control too. So any MIDI connected devices you can connect to your TriCaster, and they now have that data interchange. So I can control lights, can control the TriCaster camera movements, all with the push of a button. Even iPad apps that are MIDI capable, you can control a TriCaster with that now.
And just very quickly, I know you're working with a lot of the development network of these, and lots of other people will be involved.
Yeah, so that's a big piece of news that we released yesterday. We had 16 new companies join us this IBC. We had 11 last year. So the company, the program has tripled in size. And basically what this is, it's the ecosystem of companies that are providing workflows for our customers that make their job easier, that make putting on a show easier. And in some cases it's a functionality that TriCaster doesn't have, but many partners like Teradek, who we've now partnered with as well, they can add benefit to our customers. And so we're finding a lot of companies are very interested in partnering with us, and we're really excited to be working with them.
Superb. Where can we see all this?
Well, obviously NewTek.com. All the product information is up there, and we're in Hall 7, stand K, 711.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us, Carter.
Thanks for having us. Good to see you.
Excellent. We've got more people coming up, so stay right where you are. We'll be back just after this. We are back with the Bubble Squeak live and louder half hour, and joining me here in the studio from Cambridge Imaging Systems is Ian Mottershead. Welcome, Ian. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks, Ben.
How's your IBC been so far?
It's been really good. We've had a real buzz on the stand, loads of interest, so it's going fantastic so far.
Superb. Tell us about Cambridge Imaging Systems and what you guys do over there.
Okay, so we've been around since sort of mid-90s, developing asset management systems. First 10 years, we were concentrating on a lot of project work in sort of the government sector, working for the Ministry of Defence, BBC. A lot of the big projects that we were involved in really created the focus of our product that we now have, which is called Imagen. So we've managed to boil down all that great IP into a world-class media asset management and publishing system, and that's what we've been promoting here at IBC. So we've got that system is capable of managing any kind of media, video, images, audio, documents. It's a management system for all of that, and we enable end users to publish all of that content online. So all of that content, which is sitting in vaults where you've got tapes, you've got film, it's all decaying, you need to get that digitized. Once it's digitized, we can take all of that content, we can put it online, and it just helps those customers to publish it, get it over to the end users, and make some money, hopefully.
Superb. Tell me then, so what's new here at the show?
Well, so long our involvement in asset management has always been at the project level, but since we've productized that software, we've been able to really cut the cost of that. And what our message at the show is, this is a revolution in pricing, really. Previously, we were talking about 100 plus K for a large-scale asset management system to manage millions of assets, to get that online and really sell that content. Now we're arriving at a price point of just $595 per month for a fully managed system where you can get your content out there, and we just think that's incredible for a world-class enterprise media management and publishing system. $595, and that's available in the cloud. So it's the revolution is the message we're delivering here.
So I suppose the big question is, without giving away, how do you do it? How do you get it down to that being that cost effective?
Well, we've managed to get our entire system and shrink it down, and we can put that in the cloud. So we have on-premises systems, and that's fine for more complex workflows where we could interact with other systems, production systems. But for customers who may have just a few thousand assets who just need to publish their content online, we have a cloud-based solution So we can take all of those economies of putting our software in the cloud. So the scaling is phenomenal. So we can start off with a very small system, or we can scale it to handle millions of assets in the cloud. And that sits on the Microsoft Azure platform.
So I guess there's some of this before for people who are thinking it's just for big broadcasters, or it's now scalable for different people.
Absolutely. So our heritage is working with collections of national importance, with the Ministry of Defence and that kind of thing. But really, we want to open up this class of system to small companies, smaller production houses. Who previously it's been a problem to be able to afford this kind of system, but the price point we're talking now, there's the revolution, and take advantage of that functionality we offer. So
excellent. And speaking of the cloud, I mean, I know the cloud storage for some people, there's still a bit of a confusion as to who should actually be using it and all that kind of stuff. But you've written an article, haven't you, in IBE magazine, which covers it all nicely.
Yeah, check out the article. I mean, the main features for us is that having a media asset management system in the cloud is no longer a dream. We can put a full system up there. We can take advantage of the scalability in the cloud. We can scale it very, very quickly. We can also take advantage of media encoding in the cloud, and Azure offers some fantastic facilities for doing that, and we can take advantage of that. It's a terrific way for smaller companies to take advantage of a very low-cost enterprise asset management system.
Perfect. And where can we find you here at IBC?
We are Hall 7 G16.
You are indeed. I got it down here just in case.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. And online as well?
www.cambridgeimaging.com.
Fantastic. Nice to see you, and we'll see you later on. Thanks
Cool.
for joining us. All right, we're back with more guests very shortly, so stay right where you are. Welcome back to the Bubble Squeak live and loud half hour here at IBC on day 2, and finally I get to interview an Oscar winner. Here he is live in the studio with us, Les Zellen from Cooke Optics. Great to see you.
Nice to be here.
Let's cover the awards first, because
Okay.
it's not just the Oscars, there's a few more. Tell us about them.
Well, it's been a great year. After 127 years in the business, I'm not really that old, but after 127 years, people finally take notice. Cooke has been making optics for the motion picture industry since the beginning. We go back to Edison and Eastman, and this year we were recognized by the Motion Picture Academy with an Oscar. BSC, we got a Bert Easy Award from the BSC, and out at Cinegear we got a Lifetime Achievement Award. So it's been a good award year for Cooke. Now, a bit overdue, but well-deserved.
Superb.
I was very pleased to be able to accept those awards for the 90 people that work at Cooke.
Excellent. Well, congratulations
Thank
to you. I suppose then the 90 of you or so have just been kicking back and relaxing then now, have you?
Absolutely. We've got little lounges and we have pina coladas on the deck.
Tell us, the launch of the anamorphic lenses was earlier this year at NAB.
That's right.
Tell me about those.
Well, they've been going great guns. We have we made the announcement at NAB. We showed the first prototype. Here at IBC, we're showing another lens. We're on target for delivery in March. The anamorphic resurgence in interest in anamorphic is just off the charts. In large part because anamorphic is easier to do in digital than it was in film. But in really large parts, and no offense to my friends in the camera business, but digital can be a real homogenizing agent, and so you get a lot of sameness. And I think the real push to anamorphic now is because anamorphic has a much different look than shooting in spherical, and people are looking to for a look.
So that's doing that for them. Tell me as well, it's not just the anamorphic lenses, of course, the metrology range?
Well, you know, all in the film world, the business actually was quite small. We dealt with a few hundred customers worldwide. Now in digital, we're dealing with tens of thousands, and most of them are new to the PL world, which is the 35 millimeter world, and they don't have the right equipment to check lenses. So metrology is measuring equipment, and we've introduced the first of 3 units here at the show, which will be a lens projector, which is the main piece of gear that you can use to check PL lenses. And it's been, again, received very well.
Excellent. And you're developing the next generation of lens metadata system, aren't you, with I²?
That's correct. I², we introduced the I system we actually introduced here about 13 years ago. It didn't really start being used in anger until digital, because digital made it so much easier to collect the metadata. And one of the big things they do with metadata is they use it in tracking software for effects. The problem becomes that you can lose sight of your tracking markers and stuff, and there might be parts that you can't track. So in the I² system, the next generation that we're introducing here yesterday, we now have built inertial components into the lens so that it will report out all the movements of the lens. So if the tracking software can't find where it is in space, but it knows where it used to be, it can go use the inertial data to find the solution and to finish the track. And so it's quite exciting for the visual effects end of the industry.
Excellent. So visual effects guys are being looked after,
Yeah,
but you're also continuing to develop and to add lenses to your Mini S4
Yes,
eye range, aren't you?
Well, we're really we continue to work to extend all the ranges. The Mini S4s were introduced a few years ago, and now I think we're up to 9 or 10 lenses in the series with the 21 millimeter that we're announcing here. But we had the 5i series and the S4 series that we started with 15 years ago, and it's still going strong.
Superb. Now tell me also, Codex and Pixel Farm, you're working with them very closely,
On
aren't
the
you?
I², the problem really is we can generate the data, but you've got to record it somewhere. And as much as I like our friends at Sony and Arri and Red that are all eye cameras, they don't necessarily record the data where and how we want them to, and this is obviously something new. It'll take them a while to get up to speed on it. So we went to our friends at Codex and said, could you build a data recorder so we know we can absolutely get the data that post-production is going to need, and they were really great, and they built what they call the data logger, and it's a nice little piece of gear, unintrusive on the camera, that will record all the metadata, including the inertial data information for post-production. And now that we've got it to post-production, we need somebody there that can take that data and actually work with it. And we work with the Pixel Farm on that. And so they can take this metadata and they can use it to refine, on a deep level, they can use it to refine the tracking they can solve. And then use that, and then if they find a spot where they can't solve it, they can use that data to reconstruct the track.
Brilliant. So not kicking back and relaxing, plenty going on, and hopefully
Plenty
still some more
more
awards coming your way.
I would hope so.
Tell us where you are, which hall and stand
We're
you're
here
in.
in Hall 11, booth D10. Thank you.
Excellent, no worries. And it's cookeoptics.com.
That's right, COOKEOPTICS.com.
Brilliant. Great to talk to you.
Nice
Enjoy
talking
the
to
rest
you.
of the show.
Thank you.
Stay right where you are. Musical guest coming next. I think we'll ask for a revolving couch on Monday's show because the guests are coming thick and fast, and it's time to talk music now with John Paul from Audio Network. Great to see you, John Paul.
Hello. Thank you for being here.
It's great to have you. Tell us about Audio Network. I know a little bit about it myself. I've been onto the site. I've used some of your tracks, but tell the viewers all about Audio Network.
Well, we are in the market now for over 10 years, 11 years, and we create production music for the media industry. That's it. Which means that we work nowadays with 450 composers and are having over 65,000 tracks on the shelf. It's a little bit more exquisite platform that we use, the website. More important, I believe, is that we create 1,000 new tracks every month, and it's all real quality music. To give you a bit of an idea about the quality we strive for, we do a lot of orchestral music, orchestral recordings nowadays, and we have a dedicated partner with that. It's the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, and we record in the famous Abbey Road studios. So
not a bad partner to have.
Yeah, it's a great feature, and absolutely, it's the quality that is so outstanding, being recognized by the media industry, that we are now a huge partner. Yeah.
So what are you offering to editors and producers in particular who are going out there and searching for that music? Because I know a lot of people out there, like me, have gone to edit some track or edit a piece and they're looking for some music, and with a library, how do we go about searching?
That's a difficult one. Though, I mean, if you are an editor, you're obviously kind of raised and born with searching for music. We didn't change the traditional way of searching for music, so it is a proper library. It just has really good content. But obviously, if you need some help, there's a help desk, and you can call us day and night. You can contact us, and there's assistance always, and you will have music in 2 hours' time.
And it is very easy to search via genre, via. You name
anything. It's genre, it's mood, it's production genres. You can go into the catalog on multiple levels and search for that specific music you need. You can use keywords. It's very intuitive, and we are launching a new website. It'll take a little while, but in that site, whatever word you come up with, the website will respond and say, well, if you're looking for something like indie garage, do you need guitars, do you need piano, what kind of variety of instruments would you need, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So you can really narrow it down, and if you want a piece in G minor, it's there. You can select a G minor piece easily.
Superb. So who are your clients at the moment? What kind of people are using?
Ouch! It's a fourfold. It's the big TV production companies.
Yep.
So think about Endemol Worldwide, the Shine Group, Nordisk Film, Zodiac. I mean, they're all using us. It's the channels for their promo departments. So we work with TV2 in Denmark, TV2 Norway, various channels, BBC as well, by the way. It is corporate producers looking for content for whether it's Philips, one of our big clients, or Shell, or the individual production companies. And last but not least, it's advertising. So advertising agencies, but also advertising production companies. So it's the whole array of the media industry. Yeah.
Superb.
Yeah.
And tell us, here at the show, you are sponsoring the IBC TV channel?
As well, IBC TV channel. We're sponsoring Super Meet. We've done some little flash mobs that people might have noticed in the hall.
I haven't seen one yet.
It starts with one guy dancing, and then you think, that's an odd thing, but
I'll keep an eye out for it. John Paul, tell everybody where you are here at Hall 5, is that right?
It's Hall 5, yes. It's B03, Hall 5.
And the web address?
It's audionetwork.com.
Superb. Thanks very much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Cheers. All right, then, one more guest to come. We'll get him on the sofa in just a second. Stay where you are. Welcome back. We're going to dive straight in with our next guest because we only got 4 minutes long, and 4 minutes is not long enough for this man. My old mate Patrick Morgan's here. How are you, buddy?
Hello, Ben. Good, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. With the serious face on, please. Digital Vision, that's where you're from. Tell us about it.
Well, the DNA of Digital Vision is image processing. It's really what we're about. We do restoration, color grading, film scanning for archive. That's really our background.
And I have a note here that you've brought the God of Thunder to IBC.
Yeah, indeed. We for the first time in Europe, we're showing a new product called Thor, which we will be releasing towards the end of the year. The whole thing about Thor is, and why it's the God of Thunder is, it's accelerated card for our image processing algorithms. Mm-hmm. And the first algorithm that we're going to use is Clarity, which is for noise and grain reduction. And on Thor, the projected kind of performance is 4K in real time, 4 streams of HD in real time, video-based and file-based, and it's become increasingly important. Although on the archive side, it's about grain reduction or about managing grain in film. With digital cameras comes digital noise, and that's something that Clarity does very well. So we have a lot of clients who currently use it already for pre-production, running everything through there before grading, and it really does a really good job.
Superb. It's not just Thor you've brought though as well. You've what else have you got on the stand?
We've got, in addition to Thor, we have Nucoda, which is our color grading system. So Nucoda has been around for quite a long time. It's a continual evolution of that product and of color grading. We have the precision panel, which just allows people to move really fast, work fast, get things done and get things out there. In addition to Nucoda, we have Phoenix, which is film and video restoration, which has become increasingly more important and becomes more crucial every day. Film is literally disappearing and rotting away in archives, and there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hours of film and video, probably millions of hours. That's got to get saved and got to be archived and protected.
And that can all be done all over the stand. How's it been? How's the show been for you so far?
Well, I'm on day 2, and
yeah.
I think last year this time we were already on day 5. It's really an incredibly, it takes a lot out of you,
I kind of was really thinking more about digital vision actually, rather than you personally. Yes.
Well, I thought you care. It's been really great for digital vision. Actually, there's been a lot of interest in the scanner, in the restoration stuff. Everything's been really great. We've had lots of interest, and it's been good seeing that many people back at IBC.
Excellent. Now you need to slow down a little bit then if it's feeling like day 5 for you personally.
Yeah, I'll try and take it easy.
Flash mobs at IBC?
Yeah, I thought that actually meant people taking clothes off, but apparently not.
It definitely doesn't mean that.
Yeah, no. I'll keep my eye open for that.
Yeah. Which one? Never mind.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where they can find Digital Vision here at IBC.
At IBC, we're in Hall 7, stand E30, and on the World Wide Web, www.digitalvision.tv.
Wonderful. Always a pleasure to see you, Patrick.
Always good to see you, Ben.
Might get you back for another chat on Monday.
I'd love to.
Excellent.
All
Thank
right.
you, mate.
Cheers.
That is all about it for shall I try that again?
Get it right.
That's about it from the Bubble Squeak, live and live. It's all gone to pot now. I'm on the last card as well. Shall I just read it?
Try it again.
This is it from us here in the Bubble Squeak live and loud half hour. We are indeed back on Monday. Just want to say very much a big thank you to our guests today from Cambridge Imaging Systems, Cooke Optics, Audio Network, Digital Vision, and of course Cartu's here from NewTek. I think I'll stop while I'm ahead, and we'll see you on Monday. Thanks for joining us.